It's the new year, which means it's time for some resolutions. This year, my resolution is learning how to do the robot. Also, I'm going to update my COVID vaccine booster. An updated COVID vaccine boosts your protection against severe illness, hospitalization, and the worst outcomes of COVID. Find updated vaccines at vaccines.gov. We can do this. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. If you're interested in being on Real Asian Chips, we're looking for contestants. I will give you an update that I have heard so far. For right now, Real Asian Chips is 1 for 1 with cute dates.
With successful hangouts.
Welcome to another episode of the Asian Not Asian podcast.
Woo! We're here. I'm here.
Jenny's here.
We're in person again.
We are. We're like in the studio, and we're slowly using less and less of the studio that we pay for.
Yeah, we're paying for just a quiet room.
Oh, you know, I always think about that. Oh, I should introduce myself. I'm Mike Nguyen, by the way.
I'm Jenny Arimoto.
And this is the Asian Not Asian podcast with all your favorite Asian friends. This room costs like $25 an hour or something. And I realized that it's out of the way, which is why this wouldn't work, but I would pay just to sit in here and take a nap.
Yeah.
It's very quiet.
It is like a nap pod.
I would pay for a nap pod.
Yeah.
I would pay $25 an hour for a nap pod.
I think there are places in Manhattan where you pay for nap pods.
Did they? I think they all went away because of the pandemic.
That makes sense.
Right?
But I can't believe that was even a thing.
My startup idea was I was going to have an app membership where you could be a member and you get access to all of the clean bathrooms in the city.
That's for real. Like that, I would do that.
Right?
Yeah.
I will, I would network with all of the gyms, so you can go into Equinox, but you'd have to wear a special wristband so they can't work out in there, but you can go and you can take a shit in there.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, he's wearing that shit
wristband. That's one of the shitters.
He's one of the shitters. He can come in.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty useful.
$5 a month.
Yeah.
And you have access to all the clean bathrooms.
Yes. But that app doesn't exist, so put that $5 towards our Patreon.
Oh, man, that was smooth, man. Man, I missed having you on the show. That's right.
I'm back and I'm hitting the ground running.
I love it.
Begging for money.
if you're let me do a quick announcement. If you are listening to this, our next, I think this may be over by the time this is out, but in case, March 10th is the next Hack City, or you can go to the next one. It's the second Friday of every month. It's at Union Hall. Second Friday of every month. Just look up Hack City Comedy, or go to the episode description of this episode, and there'll be a link there, and you can check us out. And I think Jenny will be there.
We'll see. Really, month to month, you never know what's going to happen.
And Union Hall, pretty solid bathrooms, I'm going to say it.
Yes.
There's a lot of stalls.
Pretty
clean generally.
Convenient from the venue.
And you do have to pay money. You don't have to pay money to get into Union Hall. You have to pay money in order to go to the comedy show. But I mean, you can think of it also as I also have access to a bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
What a great comedy show.
Bathrooms, comedy, what else do you need?
Yes, if you want to contribute to our Patreon, that's patreon.com/AsianNotAsianPod. And we do all sorts of fun stuff, of which one of them is we guess your backstory.
Yeah.
Based on your name. Mm-hmm. We got one today. The name is I know this person.
Okay.
So
I don't like that you always have a leg up. You're always like, I know this person.
I know this person.
And then I have to do the legwork of coming up with something.
Use those improv skills.
I mean, I do every week. Every day I'm using them to try to survive in this world. Okay.
What are you like? You're like a lizard. You know?
Yeah.
It's like the
people always say that about me. I'm very lizard-like.
The Jenny lives in New York City and uses their advanced improv skills to get through the complex web of ecosystem called the bodega.
Okay, that's the pilot.
That's it.
Someone write it.
Okay, so this person's name is Vivian Pong.
Vivian Pong?
Pong. Vivian Pong.
Okay, first of all, Vivian Pong sounds like someone I definitely went to college with.
Yeah?
Like I feel like I know a Vivian Pong.
Vivian, I feel Vivian as a name had a real moment for a while.
Yeah.
And I did know a fair number of Vivians.
Really? I think so. I might have known a couple in college specifically. Yeah. Maybe that's why I associate with Berkeley so much. Oh. Vivian Pong would have been in my intro, like, she was in my intro, like, classes. So, like, not in my major classes, but it's, like, the basics.
Oh, yeah.
And was, like, really popular.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, was nice to me, but, like, we both knew this wasn't going to be forever.
Right.
It's just because we had lit together, like, Lit 101 and, like, Comp Lit 101 freshman year.
Is Vivian coming to class still, like, dressed nice?
Yes. Like wearing like a Michael Kors bag.
Oh,
that's like
Michael Kors bag?
Yeah, and I'm like, does that anything fit in there? Do you know what I'm saying? But
where's her laptop? Where's her bulky laptop that she carries around?
There's like no books in there, but she's really smart.
Yes. Oh man, I hate that.
And in my era of college would have had like a really intense side part to bang situation.
Oh, amazing.
With like really intense layers. And I'd be like, whoa, those bangs are amazing.
Those are expensive.
Those are expensive bangs. There's a lot of hair in those bangs, but it always works.
When you were in college, so when I was in college, laptops were a thing, but they were like massive and really expensive.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times we had a computer lab. There were computer labs all over campus. And I used to work
That's vintage right there.
Yeah, shut up. So... And because there are so many students and there's not enough computers, so you'd have to like sign up on the wait list. You have to like sign up on like a little wait list, and then you would just sit and like read your book. Books are think of them as analog tablets for our Gen Z folks.
Yeah.
And so we would be reading.
That's me. I'm so young.
You'd read or study, and then eventually your name would come up. And there was something nice about the fact that you were forced to be in this computer lab because everybody there was panicking at the same time.
Yeah.
And we're all like scrambling and writing our rhetoric essays at the same time. So that was something nice, but you didn't have that at the time.
No. Wait, so you had to write papers on the computer, but people didn't have computers?
Well, I mean, a lot of people, everybody had at least a desktop, but that's at your apartment, right?
Yeah.
So you want to be at the library and study, or you want to be with your friends, and so you want to use your machine. But again, like laptops were a thing. Like my wife had a laptop, but it was like even back then we were like, this is stupid. This is like we made fun of people with laptops because they were just so huge. Unless you had an Apple, like the iBooks were coming out, but they were like super expensive and not very powerful. So that's sort of like
I see. Yeah. No, my era was everyone had their own laptop, but they were like the oldest. Like MacBook Pros didn't exist. It was before that when it was just like MacBooks.
Yeah.
Like the white one. I had the white one.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we would like illegally download like. I don't know what it was called. I can't remember, but my roommate was like really good at this stuff, and we had like a local LimeWire.
Oh,
like just Berkeley.
Whoa!
And so we would like be able to download pretty much anything if anyone uploaded it up.
Yeah.
So I had like a 13-inch like white MacBook, and I watched Avatar on it in my dorm, and I remember being like, why is everyone so thrilled about this movie? And it's like obviously I'm watching it on like an old tiny
with like
screen.
6 pixels on it.
Yeah, and I was like, everyone is like everyone's going cuckoo for this stupid movie. Like
it's got Russian subtitles.
So I have no attachment to Avatar for that reason. Everyone's like, because you watched it wrong. I'm like, I don't know. I LimeWired it on a laptop. It was pretty much.
It was like 80 megabytes,
yeah.
So pretty high def. Anyway, so are we back to Vivian Pong?
Oh, I forgot where we started. Vivian.
Do we think that Vivian Pong? Where did she have the cool laptop? What's going on with her computer situation?
Yeah, she had obviously like the coolest laptop of whatever era, and then she like went on to work at a big consulting firm.
Oh man, I know Vivian Pong, man.
And like absolutely
she
like
was in the business frat.
Lived in like a luxury condo like right out of college, where you're like, whoa, that's really out of my league.
But she's so nice.
She's really nice, but just like really successful. And then kind of like now is having a life crisis, and is probably going to start her own skincare company.
Oh, I subscribe to her on YouTube. Yes,
that's Vivian.
Well, thanks you very much for that. And good luck with the skincare. If you want to start your own skincare product or line, then go to patreon.com/agent8notagentpod and join a community of creators making their own skincare line.
Yes.
I'm excited to have our guest on.
kind of making a glorious return to the city.
Yes. Yes. I didn't know this person was. I thought they were gone forever, and I shed a tear, but then someone told me they were back, and I was like, oh, what? And so literally DM'd them like 2 days ago and was like, you want to do on the podcast? And they were very nice. And so writer, comedian too. Would you say you're a comedian?
Oh, that's generous.
Okay.
Improviser.
Generously comedian, but definitely writer on Sympathizer.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other thing you said?
We were the lucky ones.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. These are the two saddest shows that we can list after calling me a comedian. They're war dramas.
Yes.
T-ho, everybody. Yay!
Woo! Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
I'm finally Asian.
That's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, with your hair, you are giving me Filipino right now.
Oh,
Whoa.
really? Okay. This is the thing. Filipinos get really mad when I tell them that all the Vietnamese people think I'm Filipino.
Yes.
Okay? Because I want to be a Filipino.
Yes, me too.
Everyone wants to be Filipino. Let's be real. Just kidding. I love my Viet family. But I went to the Vietnamese Thet party in LA. Finally got to hang out with all the cool Viets.
Yeah.
I say that as someone who didn't grow up around Vietnamese people. I'm not saying that I grew up around loser Vietnamese people. I just didn't grow up around Vietnamese people.
Sure, yeah.
But at that party, everyone was like, so, are you... And I'm like, I'm Vietnamese. And they're like, and what else? I'm like, what do you mean, what else?
Yeah.
And I got that like 4 times.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in and out, you guys.
Yeah.
I had just bought one from Phúc Lộc Thọ.
Where they were like, oh my gosh, did
And
your
you
friend buy
are-
you this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. This looks great on you. You know what I'm saying? If only you were Vietnamese
If only.
instead of like
What is it?
Ecuadorian or something. That
Look
you
at my
actually
face
are.
and tell me why I don't like Vietnamese.
Wow. We're diving right in. 2 seconds in,
Yeah,
we're in
tell me.
here.
You're let's see here. I'll do it by comparing it to my own face.
Wow.
Okay, you
You're
see how wide
the
my nose
epitome.
is? I am the epitome of Vietnamese masculinity, okay? I am the most Vietnamese looking dude. No. Actually, a lot of people don't think I'm Vietnamese either. I think after a while they go, oh, okay, I get it. But they usually say Chinese first. Because my eyes are more... Vietnamese people, we have a lot of folds. I have some folds, but my eyes are not that foldy.
We're the Shar-Peis of Asians. Just all layers.
So many folds. But my nose, I think I have a very Vietnamese nose.
That's
and a very-
interesting. What does that mean?
It's
I'm
like
looking
it's
at
very
it now.
wide, you know.
Oh.
If you ever look at those the Southeast Asian look is you ever watch that horrible movie Tomb Raider?
No, but I know what it is.
And she's always like stealing stuff from Angkor Wat, you know, and the statues, like the reliefs on the outside.
Yes,
I look like those motherfuckers like
Wow.
crazy.
Representation matters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every time
Thank
I
you.
look at a statue of Angkor Wat, I'm like, yo, I lived there 2,000 years ago. And they're like, this is the dude right here. And so that's why.
I
And
see.
you know, I'm trying to compliment you. You don't have the wide nose. That's why.
But the wide noses are beautiful too. And
I-
that is
I
also
think
a
so,
compliment.
too.
And those faces. Angelina Jolie saw those reliefs and she was like, I want one of those babies.
Yeah.
I'm going to get 2 of those babies.
That's the real treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forget whatever was inside the temple. I'm going to take the kids from the outside of the temple.
Yeah.
That's what she did. But yeah, it's so nice to have you here. How do we know each other? Jenny was asking.
I was asking. I was like, where did this relationship start?
I can't remember.
I do.
Oh.
I
that's
know
beautiful.
you the way I know many people, which is that I stalked them on the internet
Ooh,
and then
perfect.
found them in real life.
Wow.
It's a lot less creepy than that, though. So it was for Wispy Business,
Yes.
which was this show that I had co-written with a friend of mine, Lee Hubilia.
Mm-hmm.
And it featured a Vietnamese Filipino family
Okay.
Aha!
of ghost hunters.
Yes.
Okay.
And we were shooting a proof of concept. And I was like, I need to cast a Vietnamese,
Vietnamese
or
guy in the
Filipino
whole world.
or a Vietnamese Filipino guy for
Uh-huh.
this role. And he has to be funny. So I Googled like Viet comedians, Filipino comedians.
Yeah.
And I got Mike Nguyen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I shows up at your show
Oh, that's right.
and honed in on you like a hawk.
But I feel because you had done improv too, right?
I done improv, but we did not know each other.
Okay. So I feel like
I could have sounded a lot less creepy by saying, yeah, we did the show.
It was cool.
Together. No, I found him. I ferreted him out.
Yeah.
And put him in this. Have you seen him in this?
Yeah,
no.
It's really funny.
Oh my God.
I need to see it now.
And full disclosure, I am not an actor, and
you are an actor, Mike.
I was very apprehensive about doing this, and I remember going over to the set. You were filming it inside your friend's apartment, and I remember there was like a parade happening that day.
Oh God!
And so it was really hard for me to get there, and I was like, "This is a sign. I shouldn't even go. I shouldn't even do this." But I was like, "No, I can't. I can't back out of this now." So I show up there, and go ahead. What was the character?
So the character's name was Dante, named for one famous Dante that we know and love.
Yes.
His name was Dante. He is a wild card, guy who plays with a butterfly knife.
Yes.
Older brother of our protagonist Penny, who is straight-laced, kid. So we get you in there, and immediately we're like, get into hair and makeup.
Yeah.
I say hair and makeup like it's not like my one friend.
Yeah. Everybody was very nice and very professional. So it was great. I was having great
I'm
time.
glad it was professional. You're not going to go to the Hollywood Reporter and talk about wispy business.
Yeah.
So you had this emo.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Because it was a flashback scene.
I see.
It
was 2005.
Right.
I see.
Emo curtain bang thing, black eyeliner. You were giving the camera a death stare, and it was beautiful. You rocked the look in your tight button down.
I had some
black
button-up shirt or something.
It looked good.
Oh my God! Now I have to watch.
We have a photo somewhere.
Oh,
or a
we do.
video somewhere.
I used you in all of our pitch decks.
It was, I will say that there was something that happened once I put that wig on. I was like, I am no longer Michael.
Oh wow!
I am Dante, and you give me the butterfly knife, and I was like, this is it fit perfectly in my hand. And I was like,
it was good. It wasn't a real butterfly knife.
I know it was. Really fun.
I think you would have hurt yourself.
Oh, for sure, I would have stabbed myself in the leg. But it was really fun to do that, and I was watching your career, and you've obviously been doing all sorts of stuff, writing and stuff like that, and now Sympathizer.
Yes,
Oh.
That's awesome.
The Sympathizer.
Who we've had Vietnam Nguyen on here before, my personal hero / crush. And yeah, I mean, how was it? What was it like?
It was, that's a big question for the last 2 years of my life. So I started on the Sympathizer the same way I started with you, which is that I found something online and stalked it. So I had read the book. I read the book The Sympathizer when it came out, like every good Vietnamese American person.
Yeah.
And it was very exciting. I was like, whoa, spy thriller. Learned a lot about our history that I did not know.
Right.
Wow, we've done some
Yeah.
And then there was a Deadline article that came out that said The Sympathizer is being made into a show.
Yeah.
With Robert Downey Jr.'s face on it. And they're like, Robert Downey Jr. is playing all the white men. And I was like, yes, they get it. It's going to be funny. It's not going to, I understood then that there was going to be a sense of humor in the show. All white people look the same. And so Robert Downey Jr. gets to play all of them.
Does he really? That's amazing.
Yes. Well, he plays 5 characters.
That's really funny.
That's so cool.
Yes. 5 white men.
Yeah.
And so I got that article and I sent it to my manager and I said, put me on this show. And he did.
Amazing.
Wow. Amazing.
I need to get your manager. My manager's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. My manager, I love you, Jeff. So I started in that writer's room in 2021.
Okay.
So it's been a long journey and we started shooting in 2022. And I will say the best thing about working on the show is that it was all the Vietnamese people came together.
Yes.
Being on set, and I've talked to our showrunners about this, where it was it felt like camp or it felt like freshman year of college because there are all these people who've been in the industry for 20, 40 years, whatever. And some of the Viet cast and crew have been in the industry for a long time too, but we've never all gotten together on something so big. And so we glommed onto each other.
Yeah.
Totally.
And became really close, whether, it was, Hua, who's our number 1 on the call sheet, or our PAs, people who like sometimes might not speak to each other on sets. Like I've heard sometimes like actors and everyone else, like they don't speak or it's very, hierarchical or whatever. And like on our set, we were all just buds and we spent a lot of time together. So the camaraderie, the fellowship.
Yes.
And here's the other thing is that we were Vietnamese people from all over the world too. So I was born in Vietnam. I have my fob mark. I'm a refugee.
Oh, right.
My dad was a prisoner in a Vietnamese prison camp, like a communist prison camp after the war. My family has a deep hatred of communists. Yes.
As we do.
As people do.
Yep.
And then we had like one of our main like actors, his parents were all communists.
Right.
And like they're like generals in the communist party.
So crazy.
And like grew up with, singing the songs.
Yeah. Wearing the handkerchief, you know what I'm talking about?
And like he and I split a lift home together. That's coming together.
It is.
That's healing.
It is
healing.
And all it took was Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, Robert Downey Jr. for healing the divides.
Wow. He did. He has. And like so from Vietnam, we had Australian Viets.
So hot.
We had Canadian Viets.
Yeah.
Seattle Viets.
What?
Wow.
Sorry. All over.
That's amazing.
That's so cool. I love to hear when it like becomes a community.
I've
never been to a writer's room or anything, but I'm like, I love that about that set or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that project.
I know. And
awesome.
Now I have had mad FOMO. I was
you
like,
should.
You guys should have texted me, dude.
Yeah.
Around.
You should have come. I did text you.
Oh, you did text me.
Actually, early on when they were casting.
I know. I set my tape in
that.
there and nothing happened. I should have worn my wig.
You should have.
I should have worn my wig and had a butterfly
Dante,
knife.
That would have sold it.
And then they would have been like, you know what? We're going to write a character in here.
It's okay.
From 2005 into 1972.
Look, I tried to get them to put me on the show. I was like, look, you guys have a lot of background actors.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to die. Like, I just want to be thrown into a ditch.
Yeah.
And I started by saying it jokingly, and then it became more and more like, no, really, like, put me on this.
Yeah. Throw me up there.
Put me in a wig. And they're like, you look Filipino.
Yeah.
They didn't say that. But the hair apparently is not period appropriate, which I think is them telling me I look Filipino.
We could literally give you a wig.
Yeah. Well, it's so nice to have you here. Welcome back.
How long have you been back?
I got back Wednesday night.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So this is early for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same though. I also got back Thursday. No. Yeah, Thursday.
You win.
From California.
How's it been? How's it being back?
I mean, it's good. I love it here. It snowed today.
Yes, it did.
It feels good to like I'm seeing people again.
It's very rom-com.
I'm hanging
out. I'm telling you.
Like I got my eyebrows threaded yesterday.
Wow.
Whoa.
Feeling so fresh and so clean, but I kind of shortened that to so clush.
Oh, that's a good one.
And yeah, it feels good. It feels like no time has really changed. Nothing's changed.
Yeah,
it's been a month, so it's not that long.
It's been a heck of a month.
Yeah, a heck of a month for me personally. But time-wise, when I came back here, nothing's changed.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I like walked into my mind. I was like, my apartment, and I was like, wow, everything's the same.
Yeah.
And then I had to be like, because it is the same.
It's the same. Yeah.
It's like Narnia, though. It's like those kids get out of that wardrobe closet thing, and they're like, the world's the same, but I am different.
It is that. So yeah, but it feels good to be back. I'm like already stuffing my schedule with like seeing people. I probably am not going to do comedy for a little bit, like in terms of like performing, but I want to go watch comedy and like start feeling moved by things again.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of slowly trying to reintroduce like life back in to my system. But
you're gonna be at the next Hack City.
I'll be at the next Hack City, but that's like not for a couple weeks. So I have some time to reacclimate.
I forgot that people go to comedy to enjoy it.
As opposed to...
Well, because
like,
I'm always there to work.
Yeah.
You know?
I know what you mean. It's nice to sometimes just be like...
To sit and like have a beer and like, oh, I'm here to laugh.
Yeah.
Ha, ha, ha.
And I don't have to do anything. I just have to sit and take it in.
Yeah.
So I'm going to probably go to an improv show tomorrow that I'm supposed to be in.
Willingly?
Yeah, it's my friends. I was supposed to be in it. It's my team. But I'm just going to sit out and watch it and just see how that feels.
It's kind of like like when Russell Westbrook is like got a bum ankle or something.
That's so me.
That's you.
I'm Russell Westbrook with the bum ankle. I don't even know who Russell Westbrook is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been nice, and it's full winter here.
It's cold.
It's cold. I was like, do I have to wear a puffy jacket this morning?
I mean, it was pretty bad in San Francisco for a while.
I heard it's pretty bad now. It's like, because I know it was like really cold in LA also.
It snowed in LA
the
day
wild.
Thursday. It snowed the day after I left.
It's like full climate change in effect. So it's real cold right now, but I'm like happy to be reunited with my heat tech, kind of my number one since day one.
I'm bummed that you didn't wear your Berkeley sweatshirt.
Yeah, I left that at home.
Oh, come on.
Are you ashamed? Is that why?
It's because it's not cool. Like,
oh yeah,
Mike has cool Berkeley things. You do.
Oh, I have a cool Berkeley.
Did you both go to Berkeley?
We did. Just to catch everyone up, in case you haven't heard kind of the bits and pieces of every episode, I got laid off from my tech job, which is fine. And I talked about it on a podcast. Yeah. And then that day, my dad had a heart attack, and he passed away a week later. Working through it, I'm trying to be very open about talking about grief. Yes. So it's like a day-to-day thing, but like overall feeling much more like at peace. I'll be back with my family soon as well. Like I have to go back for a lot of my Berkeley roommate's getting married, so I'm like going back and forth to California this year. So every time I go back, I'll like see my family and all of that. But yeah, so I'm like coming back to that reality, and I haven't really dealt with part one, which is the layoff part.
Oh yeah,
because like my dad's stuff happened right after.
Of course.
So it's weird coming back and then being like, oh, I like left right after that.
Totally.
And like didn't deal with any of it, which is fine. But I'm now like re-entering that part where I'm like, oh, I have like this other thing to take care of now. Yeah. So that's where I'm at right now, and the way I'm coping with it is instead kind of just like hanging out with people all the time.
Yeah.
And avoiding all responsibility.
As you should.
Yeah.
I think that's healthy.
So that's where I'm at right now, and we'll see what the update is next week.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting real-time updates on this little noggin.
Well, I want everyone to know that as soon as I saw you, I gave you a big hug.
You did.
I'm a big hugger.
Yeah.
And I'm a big cuddler.
Yes.
Thanks to my son.
Uh-huh.
And so just gonna put it out there. You're gonna get some cuddles later.
I hope so. And I also hope I see your son.
Oh yeah.
And he won't cry this time.
Yeah. No, I don't think he will.
Okay.
He's pretty good. But you won't be there for his first birthday. Huh?
No, I am.
Oh, you are?
I'm gonna try.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to I want to be his friend. This is so much like you stalked Mike. I'm like stalking his son. I'm like, I'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
To like get into like this inner circle.
You googled
early.
You googled cute Vietnamese kid.
Yeah.
And he showed up.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm gonna show up.
I'm gonna show up to his birthday party.
At his birthday party and be like, let's be friends.
Let's be friends. Yeah.
I want you to be in my spec script thing.
You should write a script just for him.
Yeah, that's what I have to do.
You and I were talking before the show that you are a little bit of a prepper.
I am. I'm a little bit of a prepper. It's because the movie Terminator 2 Judgment Day imprinted on me as a child.
Oh my God, yes.
True.
Oh, that scene with the explosion and the nukes.
Was that your scene? Because the scene that imprinted on my mind was Sarah Connor doing all her pull-ups. But sure.
Oh,
same.
Yeah. That's a tight scene.
Yeah. But yeah, so since I was a kid, I've been like, well, one day the world is going to end and I need to prepare for it. That's me as like a 7-year-old.
Yes.
Right. Yes. So I guess the thing that we were talking about earlier was that
preparing for the apocalypse?
Preparing for the apocalypse in general.
Yeah.
This has come up just because I've been watching The Last of Us.
Yes.
Because I've been bullied into doing so by TikTok.
Yeah.
By the way. TikTok really wants me to call Pedro Pascal daddy.
Yes. That's why I'm about to start watching it.
Yeah.
Is because I keep seeing the Pedro Pascal like fan stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not just like it's like TikTok, it's Twitter, like it's everywhere. And I'm like, it's being shoved down my throat.
Pedro Pascal is being shoved
down my throat. And I am like, fine.
Fine.
I'll freaking watch the thing. Like, okay, yeah.
I identify also as a prepper. Right. I was wondering if it's so how do you prepare?
Yeah.
Also, can you do a pull-up?
I can.
Really?
Oh, that's pretty good. I
Yes.
can't. I tried recently.
Well, all the ways I've tried to prepare in my life. I can do fewer pull-ups now because I got COVID. But in my life, here are the many things that I've done. One, learn how to shoot a gun because they have always have so many guns. But here's the thing.
Who's they?
Everyone in these apocalypse movies.
Oh, I see.
Let's put a pin in this, as I would say back in my tech life. But I don't think guns are the way to survive the apocalypse, and I have proof for that. 2, I learned how to code because I was like, the way that they need to take down the Terminators is to hack them. And so I learned how to do HTML.
Oh my God. Build that website.
Yeah, I learned front end web development.
This GIF of the world spinning is going to take down the Terminators.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Sign my weblog.
One up on the website counter.
Website counter.
So I did that. I learned how to make basic shelter. How do you make clothes out of tree husks?
How did you learn all these things?
YouTube? The internet.
Wow.
Okay. And a book. Oh, I have this book called How to Invent Everything by Ryan North, the guy who did the dinosaur comics. And he's like, here's how people invented soap. So just in case I am ever in a world that has literally nothing, and I'm the smartest person in that world, I can do that.
I love that we would go from making clothes out of tree bark to front-end web HTML development.
That's what I was just about to say. You can build that website faster than any other zombie or whatever.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So before COVID, I was upset because I was telling all my friends, you guys should have basic necessities. You should have a couple of months supply of food in your home. You should have masks. Everyone should have N95 masks.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, T, you're crazy. You're a crazy prepper. I'm like, you don't need a lot of N95 masks. You just need
a few.
10.
Yeah.
Right.
Just take a couple.
Did you have some before?
So I had N95 masks.
Wow.
I had food. I had, here's the stuff. The things that I'm saying are just stuff that the NYC,
emergency,
the city puts out as emergency
thing.
kit.
Right.
Okay, I'm not telling people to build a bunker.
Yeah.
Right. Or code.
Who can
or
afford
whatever.
that?
Code. Yeah. Who $2,000 a month, 5x5 bunker. So I had all that, and then everyone made fun of me. And then we were all told to shelter in place, and people were fighting over their toilet paper. And I was enjoying my bidet.
Wow.
And I ended up donating a lot of masks to frontline workers.
Yeah.
Good.
Anyway, so prepare.
Wow. So are you just on top of news of this stuff when it happens? Because that's my problem. I'm not paying attention to anything other than Pedro Pascal daddy TikToks.
No. I've changed though.
Okay.
I've changed. I think I just have my kit, and then whatever happens.
Do you have your,
after that? I'm super laid back.
Is it in a go bag?
I have a little go bag.
You have a go bag?
Yeah, my go bag is full of all of the clothes that I should donate but don't. So if the apocalypse hits, I'm gonna be wearing sweatpants with holes in them and an ill-fitted t-shirt.
Right. Acid wash jeans.
Yeah.
It's why is this prepper dressed up in all American apparel stuff?
Oh my God.
Do you know what a go bag is, Jenny?
Yeah, well, I imagine it for pregnancy. Isn't that a thing called go bag? When they're about to have a baby, a go bag?
Sure. It's the same kind of idea. It's
clothes.
It's clothes. It's food. It's a flashlight and stuff like that. It's stuff where...
do you have a knife? How much is in it?
It's whatever you want to prepare with.
Got it.
So the idea is you just grab it and then walk out of your situation to the next thing. Although the weird thing is in New York City, if something really terrible happened and I had to take my family out, we'd have to walk through 20 miles of crap in order to get to somewhere safer. You know? And the worst part is I'd have to flee to New Jersey, which is that sounds I might as well just die in Brooklyn at least. Yeah. So I felt, and I'm the same with you. I have a go bag. I kind of made it little bit lax, but I have like water that I store in my kitchen, like a bunch of jugs of water, a jar, big gallons of water. I have some like old like Hormel chili, shit like that. Like weird stuff in a can that can like doesn't expire. And I had this whole thing. And were you around for Sandy?
I wasn't. It was the year before I moved to New York.
See, that you could have gotten a little taste of disaster. So I was I was there. I was in the city, and I was in the city, part of the city that was blackout. That was a blackout, right? For like a week. And I remember when the hurricane was coming in, they're like, "It's a really big hurricane, blah blah." And one thing they tell you to do to prepare is to put water in the bathtub. So I was like filling the water with my tub with water. And my wife was like, "What are you doing? What is this?" And I was like, "You're supposed to have it so you can either, if you want to, you can drink it, which we're not going to. We have water, but we can use it to like clean and stuff like that." Sure enough, power goes out. I'm all ready. Yeah. Okay, I use that thing in order to. So you can still use your toilet if you have water. You just have to put water in the tank, and then you can flush your turd. And let me tell you. That just is, can you imagine a week of not taking a dump or taking a dump and not being able to flush it? That would be crazy.
Yeah. No.
That would be crazy. And now who's crazy, huh? Right. Now who's crazy, Gina?
It's like we want apocalyptic events to happen so we can feel vindicated for all of our canned goods.
Yeah. The other thing I will say is that maybe I think people don't realize about the apocalypse is you do need entertainment. So we didn't have any electronics. We had some, but we were trying to save it. Yeah. So we did have a guitar, and my wife can play guitar. So she was like playing guitar. Oh my God, so sexy! And it was just we had like candles going. It was a very romantic apocalypse, I will say.
And this was pre-baby.
That was pre-baby. Wow. We were working on it, but it was very nice. So I don't know if anyone's a prepper, don't forget your
guitar.
Your guitar. You got to strap that on as well.
Improv. Your improv team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Bring your improv team along with you. I was saying that it's like a Vietnamese thing to be a prepper.
100%.
We basically went through like a whole bunch of apocalypses.
Yeah. Well, when your family are all boat people.
Yeah.
Who've had to sew their jewelry into their clothes.
Right, yeah.
Like growing up, like I was 6 years old and my dad would be like, this is the proper way to close the blinds so they're facing up instead of down so people can't go in and look into your home.
Yes.
Wow. Because he'd been like taught by the government.
Whoa.
Like by the military to do that. So as a 6-year-old, I was like, this is, the best way to make sure that I'm not sneak attacked.
Yeah. Wow.
And then the next year you learn how to do a pull-up.
Pull-ups. I'm trying to think of what other things. What other
did you
ways
have a whole
of
bunch
preparing?
of did your family have a whole bunch of food in the house, like a bunch of rice?
Of course. Yeah, of course. We did. I mean, everyone has what is it, like a 50-gallon bag of
rice.
Yeah. It doesn't feel safe without rice. We talked about this. Yeah.
Gold, just straight up.
Straight gold. Gold, so much gold. Ingots of gold.
Just for family safety, my parents have no gold in their home, and
we don't have gold anymore.
Yeah,
we turned it to NFTs. I don't know, but we got rid of it. But gold is important. Yeah,
all of that. Mm-hmm.
What are other things?
Growing their own food. Like every Vietnamese family has a farm.
Yeah, mangoes, all sorts of stuff. Orchids. I don't know why, but we can't eat an orchid, but maybe you can barter it for something else.
Yeah. Wait, that's the entertainment. You look at it.
Yes, we need entertainment. Yeah. So wait, why would you say you don't need guns in order to survive the apocalypse?
Well, okay, so one of the shows that I just finished working on is called We Were the Lucky Ones, which is about a family's survival through the Holocaust. One of the most horrific things that have happened to us that we know about. And no one had guns. And if you had guns, Nazis had more guns.
Yes.
But people survive in so many beautiful ways. And one of the biggest ways that I think that was true of then, that was true of like our families fleeing Vietnam, on a boat, is that you need community. You need people who are going to help feed you, keep you healthy, tell you all of the news. Yeah. Because there was no TikTok. And bribing. Bribing is important.
Oh, bribing, yes.
And that could be money. It could be bars of gold. It could be cigarettes. It could be family heirloom.
Yep.
And I think all of those things are more likely to get you through. Because, like, you're gonna have like 8 bullets. I don't know how many.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna get more bullets?
Yeah.
That's such an interesting point about the kind of prepper thing, is that a lot of I mean, what it seems like is like you're prepping for yourself, right? And then you have your little bunker, and you may have like tons of shit in it.
Yeah.
But like you're just by yourself, you know? And like that's like not how a human would survive.
No.
You know? It's like you got to have your tribe, at least your crew, you know, at least a couple other people with you, so that like if something happens, you break your fucking leg, or whatever the fuck it is, you can't like, I don't know, shoot your way back to health, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm convinced the safest thing to do in an apocalyptic situation is to stay in the city. Like, don't drive out to your bunker. I mean,
don't drive out.
For the most part, like, try to remain within community for as long as you can, because you're going to rely on each other. And this is the same theory as when I go swimming at the beach. So I'm like, if I'm around a lot of people, if a shark comes, it'll probably eat someone else.
Wow.
So...
Wow.
Is that what you think about when you go to the beach?
100%.
Wow.
You don't think about this?
No.
I don't go into the water when I'm alone. There needs to be at least a few kids around me.
some smaller, chunky kids.
Yes.
You're just like, hey, little Timmy, you want to go to swimming? You know what? Why don't you slather yourself on with a little bit of ranch dressing first before you get out there?
Yeah. Parents love it when I tell their kids to slather themselves in front of me.
T is so friendly.
Yeah.
She's always taking Timmy out to get salad and then go swimming. This is what you think about? That's amazing.
Yeah. What do you think about?
I think about how far out can I swim before I get scared and come back.
Oh.
I think about if I'm going to get sunburned or not. That's all I'm thinking about the whole time. Like, I don't want a tan that looks like stupid.
Well, us Filipino Vietnamese people, we get mad tan, so.
Do you have like a big hat?
Yeah, I know. I have a couple big hats. Yeah. Wow, I'm like the opposite of a prepper.
Yeah.
I have nothing prepared because I'm not like paying attention like at all.
Right.
And I just assume that if an apocalypse happens, I'm just going to go. I'm pretty weak. I can't do a pull-up. You know, I mean, I have community, so maybe that's my one thing I have.
That's huge.
But I'm always just like, well, whatever. Like, if it goes bad, it goes bad. I'm not going to survive it.
Yeah.
So I have a question
I'm
for you.
defeatist. Yeah.
Then, okay, so if aliens were coming to Earth and you're the only one who knows, and you can tell one person and try to stop it, like, who is the most powerful person? Or, like, who do you tell so that the world can be saved?
That is so interesting.
Whoa, that's such a good question.
You specifically.
Me?
Yeah. Mike, don't fucking answer this.
No,
question.
what?
But is this like I would go to President Biden? Like, is it like that, or is it like for real?
But like
someone I know?
Like, who can you contact on your phone?
Oh,
I mean, can you call up Biden? Like, are you buds?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I don't know very many powerful people.
So let's hear your plan, because you only have a few hours to save all of us.
Okay,
Are we assuming that by notifying the authorities they could save us? We're assuming.
Well, you have to notify someone who's going to believe you. Because if you just go to the local precinct and tell them the police are coming, or not the police. If you tell the police that real danger is coming, they probably will think you're crazy.
I see. That's a good question. Maybe I think I have a friend who works in the government as a lawyer, like the New York government. Maybe I would call him.
Just some random person at DMV, just like
No. He's I forgot what he does. He works for the Brooklyn
DMV.
Not DMV, DA.
Oh.
That doesn't help though. He's a DA, but he's just the closest I could think of as a friend.
He's just
that's
like
in
emailing
government.
a lawyer. Just
Yeah,
like,
or
hey,
like the most famous person in my phone is probably Randall Park.
I know. I was just thinking that too.
What would Randall Park do?
I don't know. But I would just be like, tell somebody.
Randall
Make a movie about it.
I love that. That would be our answer.
I literally
call up Randall Park and be like, "Hey, Randall."
Just like like comedians who are kind of famous.
He's like not even on Twitter, you know, like even if he didn't.
That's so true.
You know what I'm saying? Man, that's such a good question.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know very many like people who have pull in that way. But I could like text Chloe Fineman, but she wouldn't believe me. Do a sketch on SNL tonight.
Yeah. So a sketch about the impending alien doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, I'm like, what do I create a podcast really fast and put it out there? Hey, aliens are coming. Also, our guest today.
Yeah, exactly. That's such a good question.
Our guest for our.
I know. I would make a real quick
attack.
TikTok, I guess, and then I would like hope that it hits somewhere, and then like literally call Randall Park and be like, do something.
I think Randall, maybe. Randall was under a lot of flack for the movie.
Yeah, the North Korea
one. The
North
North Korea movie. So maybe he has some connections.
Yeah, he's on some watch list.
President Biden emailed him.
He was on a watch list, wasn't he?
I think so. I think everyone on that movie
they all
was.
got death threats. So if the Russian government, or not the Russian government, sorry, not all authoritarian governments are the same. Anyway, one of those authoritarian governments are watching Randall Park. Maybe.
What a hilarious. This is the way we're gonna save the world, is ask Randall, then hope that an authoritarian government who's monitoring Randall Park believes the TikTok that Randall is in. Okay, what prompted this question? What is
you've thought about it?
Well, Jenny, you were saying that you had no
preparation.
And I think that we all have something.
Well, what would you do?
I have thought about my own answer for this, 100%.
Of course you have.
This is a question that was ready to go. So.
Well, I am prepared in every way.
Yeah, you really are.
You know. This was between making sandals out of corn husk.
Were you really doing that? Like as a kid, just like making like clothes and stuff like that?
I wasn't, but I know how.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was making weapons out of... I've made weapons, so... Anyway.
Okay, just kind of a quiet threat. Just muttered in between sentences.
I'm not even freaked out because honestly, I think you might be me, all right? You know, like just a Vietnamese kid making weapons and practicing in the mirror.
I think every Vietnamese kid has like a stash of wooden weapons.
Oh my God, I had so many wooden weapons.
There we go.
Yeah.
I would call up my former boss, Charles Best, CEO or former CEO of DonorsChoose.org, which is a crowdfunding site for public schools. It sounds like I'm plugging Donors Choose here, but might as well because it's great. I no longer work for Donors Choose, but they were Kickstarter before Kickstarter, and they were all for public schools.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
so
great.
Kids and teachers get what they need. Anyway, Charles is probably the most well-connected man that I've ever known, and all he contacted people about was for good things, which is help kids in schools. And so I think he's got like, don't quote me on this, but you know, he's got like Bill and Melinda Gates on speed dial.
Like Michelle Obama.
Yeah, like one of our board members was part of Obama's cabinet. You know, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like, this man is bringing together the people.
Yeah.
If I had to trust my life with anyone, it would be Charles. So, Charles Best.
Okay.
The safety of the world.
Okay.
That's good.
So now our plan would be to call you.
Yeah.
Call me.
Tell Charles Best
that's what it is.
to tell Bill and Melinda Gates.
Yeah.
Because they're all people who are connected through like a good thing too.
Yeah.
So none of them are going to be like, well, let's try to profit off of
the aliens attacking the Earth.
Yeah. Because if I told some people I'm connected to now about that, I think that might happen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I love this question.
That was a good question.
Yeah, really good question.
Thanks.
I'll be asking it around town.
I did want to kind of wrap up the podcast with a thing that you know you're in the biz.
Oh.
I want to talk about some business news.
Oh God.
Just there is that new movie coming out. This new A24 movie. What is it? Is it called Past Lives?
I just watched the trailer this morning.
The one that was just at Sundance.
Yes.
That's about what I know about it, other than the fact that it's amazing.
Yes.
Tell me more.
I just wanted to get our reactions on it. First of all, A24 is just like, they were like, Korean stories? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really have.
They really hit on the Korean person?
Koreans have made it.
They really
have.
They're all about it.
Yeah.
We should try to be. Oh yeah, that's right.
You were gonna say we should try to be Korean?
Yes.
Well, I got the Korean perm.
You did.
Well, here's the thing. Not all the people. A lot of the people that I worked with on the Sympathizer who weren't Vietnamese were Korean.
Oh,
because our director was Director Park Chan-wook, who is Korean, and he had like a Korean team. And his assistant, Alex, had beautiful hair. And I took a photo of Alex. And I brought it into like a Korean salon.
And you're like, make me look
I was like, make me look like this man.
Yeah.
and they're like, why is this Filipino person wanted to look like a Korean?
Yeah. But they did it.
It looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes, it looks so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think A24 is like they're gonna be they've hit on the formula, and it looks awesome. It's like soft palette, you know,
love story.
Yeah, exactly. Love story. Not Filipino, Korean, but like with American overtones, you know?
Yeah.
That's going to be the vibe right
I'll
there.
be freaking watching it. I'll tell you that.
I'll watch it too. Watch party.
Yeah, we'll do a watch party.
Yeah.
Bring your go bags. We're doing a watch party.
What's the name of the actress in it?
Oh my God. Greta Lee.
Okay.
Oh, is it Greta Lee?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which I'm excited about because
she's awesome.
I've only seen her in little things like in Russian Doll, which I was awesome. I think we've tried to get her on, and I think she had just had her second child or something. Damn. So maybe we can try to get Greta Lee on.
I would love to talk to Greta Lee,
and we can ask her the question about who would you call?
Yeah, who would you? Yeah, her. That would be interesting.
That would be a good question.
It's self-serving to ask this question because then you know who to call.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You need help.
Or you know who the most important person is in their contacts. Most well-connected person is on their phone.
That's true. Well, the other thing is, less likely than aliens, is I often think, what if I'm put into like a prison abroad?
Okay.
Well, look, now that I'm working on the Sympathizer, I don't know if they'll let me out of Vietnam if I go back.
Really?
Who knows? We're all a little afraid of being...
Have you been?
I'm already on a list in Vietnam. By
really?
The way.
Why?
Yeah. Because my dad was a prisoner in a...
So you've not been back? Have you not been back to Vietnam?
I've been back, but I've been a very good boy when I've been back.
Yeah.
I have not broken any laws.
Right, yeah.
I'm very
But how do you
afraid.
know you're on the... Do they tell you?
It's, it was just by law. So
I see.
If you were in one of these prison camps, then basically... And like I'm a kid of a prison in that. And I left on this like H0 visa because my family was granted amnesty. But basically it's not to the point of like if I had grandkids, those kids would be able to like run for something in government. Like I am not allowed to.
Wow.
Yes.
In America?
In Vietnam.
Oh, in Vietnam.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. That's
I see. Because
it's
of
like
that.
it's kind of because they don't.
Fascinating.
Damn, I should have thought about that because I went there and my uncle was in one of the camps, and we were just walking around, just up, man. You know, I was like, I didn't even think about that. Damn.
Okay, so this is like the difference in prep level.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that would be the way I would.
This
like,
is why.
Describe
Okay,
that.
T she doesn't go to the beach without a whole bunch of plump kids around her.
It's true.
Okay, she's always thinking about what would happen if I end up in a foreign prison. Meanwhile, Mike is going around trying to buy weed from people in Vietnam.
Can't.
I know.
Can't do
I didn't try that, but that would be amazing. But
this is all started with discussion about A24.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's incredible.
We love A24.
We do,
and
love
we
A24.
can't wait.
We can't wait.
Well, hold on here. I now have to hear what would you do if you were in a foreign prison?
Oh, if
How
I
would you
was in a
survive?
foreign prison, I would again try to contact Charles Best. But the thing
way to do it.
is, I'm obsessed with Charles Best.
Charles Best. I haven't spoken to him in a couple years, but this is a good excuse to. Surviving. I actually wrote an entire script that takes place. It's a rom-com that takes place in a communist prison camp in Vietnam.
Whoa!
But there are lots of tricks and tips on how to survive imprisonment.
Give me some.
So one, this is from stories from my dad.
Oh wow!
One of the things that he did was secretly farm. So he had a secret farm on the outskirts of the prison camp where he grew food because they were starved.
I see.
Another thing.
And he had enough, I guess, quote unquote, freedom to go out to a
because they were all put to work like clearing bamboo forests and finding mines.
Yeah.
The fun stuff.
Yeah.
Other things. I mean, obviously bribing guards, etc. He also he snuck in yellow dye somehow and covered his body in it, so that they thought he had some horrible kidney failure, and sent him to a hospital in Hanoi, where he was like, it was like the best vacation. Wow. I got to just lay in a hospital for a week.
Yeah.
Just things like that.
Wow.
Anyway, but I can't give you all my secrets.
No, you got to check out the movie when it comes out on A24.
Yeah.
A24. You hear that?
Yeah. It's a rom-com. a laugh a minute.
It is.
I do have one note. Can the prison camp be in Korea? That's the one thing I would.
Yeah, that would sell.
They need to make it a Korean thing.
I'm working on it. Does T-Ho, I think if I spelled my name T-A-E instead of T-E-A,
T-A-E.
I think T-Ho.
Oh, yeah.
Could I pass?
That's smart.
And
just a little change can get you to A24.
Do you spell your name T like that?
Like the drink?
Yeah, like the drink.
I do.
Oh. I don't know. I thought it was just like a Twitter thing or something.
Oh,
like that.
no. My name is T-Ho.
Oh.
Like the beverage.
Yeah.
Not T-H-I.
No. Not like T-H-I.
Okay.
Weird, right?
Yeah. I always thought it was just a fun thing. Anyways, okay. Well, it's, yeah. I feel like you're about to ask something.
No, I don't have anything. I was just like, I just love that everything kept being like, and here's 3 tips. Like everything would circle back to here's 3 tips
how
to survive this situation.
I'm using my time to help people live.
Yeah, this has become a really useful podcast.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad.
T, what else? What's on the plan for 2023 then?
Oh damn! I thought you were gonna ask like how else to survive. I live my life without any plans. My CPA asked me. They were like, "So T, how much money are you gonna make this year?" And I was like, "Why the f you ask me?"
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
It felt like a personal attack. I don't know.
That's a cold-blooded question, by the way.
I'm up for some jobs, but also writer's strike might happen.
Oh, hey, how do you survive in a writer's strike? Give me 3 tips.
You save up money from before.
Yep.
You learn how to needle felt so that you have a fun hobby, and you ask people to give you money on Patreon.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
And if you want to be, that was just a giant Patreon ad back, everybody. Patreon.com/Asian.AsianPod. Also, you can hire T to do some front-end HTML.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. Where can, thank you for coming on to the show.
Yes, thank you.
This is a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me be in a warm place because it's cold outside.
It's so cold outside.
It's almost too warm in here.
I love it.
Yeah. Where can our fans find you and your work?
You can find me on Instagram at THut. That's spelled T like the beverage and hut like the little house you can't afford to buy in this economy. And that's it. I'm not on Twitter because I'm mad at Elon.
Oh, I'm also not on Twitter.
Oh,
although you had this really nice thing where you were, you had like a scholarship.
Oh, I did.
That was really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I did a little micro grant that I gave out to trans and gender nonconforming writers.
Oh, that's cool.
That started out with $500 for 2 writers, so each writer would get $500. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do this as a little thing. But then people started Venmoing me money to give to more people, and we ended up being able to give like $2,400 to 3 different writers.
Amazing!
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. I can't believe strangers would trust me with their money.
Yeah.
That is not responsible of them.
I wouldn't trust you with my money at all, T.
But the thing is that anyone can do this. Like,
that's true.
Could do this.
It's true.
You could just give away your money.
Yeah.
And that's why we're poor. Yeah, so, okay, that's great. I understand about the Twitter thing. So please check out T. And you can always find the podcast on Instagram at Asian.AsianPod. And you can find me on there at Nice Pants Bro.
And I'm at Jenny Arimoto.
Again, come check out our stand-up show, Hack City. We got one March 10th, but this may come out after that. So just look it up. We're always there. And then we will be doing another... it's a dating game show called Real Asian Chips.
Oh my God!
I don't love that title.
I know, but you weren't there to veto it. So
wait, I like it.
It's.
Are you single, T?
I'm not. I'm married. Yeah, I know. Ugh, gross.
3 ways to survive marriage. 1, make a little turnip patch in the corner.
It's true. The turnip patch has saved our marriage.
Yeah, I could see that. But yeah, that will be. We have to plan it and we have to do it. But if you're interested in being on Real Asian Chips, we're looking for contestants. So you can DM us or email us at asian.asianpod at gmail.com and just tell us, you have to live in the New York City area in order for to be on it. But just give us a little spiel, and I will give you an update that I have heard so far. For the last one, okay, we had a bachelorette, Sandra. She picked a bachelor who seemed like a good dude, but it didn't work out. I think they just didn't vibe. But she ended up hanging out with the other bachelor who we thought was more, we were secretly all thinking that it was a better match because he's like a creative Asian, right? So apparently they have gone out and hung out. I don't know if we call it a date. I don't know what kids call things anymore.
Yeah, probably a hangout.
The hangout. So it seemed cute, okay? And, seems okay. So for right now, Real Asian Ships is 1-for-1 with cute dates.
With successful hangout.
Successful hangout at Alligator Lounge, which, now they all have herpes. But, I think it sounds fun. So if you want to be on Real Asian Ships,
reach out.
And until then, we love you.
Goodbye.
Stay safe.
Stay
warm.
Get
a turnip thing and get your go bag going.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.